Hello and welcome or welcome back to Into the Blue channeling with myself, Sarah Evans. This is where we channel the Pleiadian Group of Nine, and I'm a conscious channel and I do it via my Akashic records as I am an Akashic records reader in particular. And I just wanted to, before we launch into the channel message, I just wanted to say that this is a really hard time right now. This is not a place where I do not spiritually bypass and pretend everything is all love and light. And clearly, it's really hard right now. And I want to say that this last week, I found it hard to reconcile between some of what I channeled from the Pleiadians and their invited guests about the excitement of this era and how we are moving forward into New Earth and how wonderful all that is. Trying to reconcile those messages of like sheer joy and excitement with the reality on the ground of very dense and difficult times for so many humans and also inhabitants of Mother Earth. So maybe they will speak to that in this message today. And I was before starting this recording, I pulled a couple of cards and I was asking specifically the Pleiadians for guidance on what do people need to get through this time? Okay, what do people need that would help them the most? And so this is what came through. Music. They gave me the card of music. Here's the lovely image of a gentleman playing the violin, surrounded by butterflies. It says, bring yourself into inner divine harmony. So they invite you to listen to enjoy music. Okay. And the other card I pulled was angels. It says, ask the angels. So if you're really struggling right now, if you don't know what's going on while you're here, how to get through from day to day, they invite you to ask the angels. And in my own practice, as an Akashic Records reader, I have met many angelic guides, and I know that everybody has their own guardian angel at least. But you can call on the angels, you can call on angelic support from Archangel Michael in particular, he's excellent for protection. But they are encouraging you to enjoy music and ask for angelic assistance. Okay. So let's connect to the PG9 and hear what they want to say to you today. Please speak to the Pleiadian Group of Nine. They're saying, we are here and we are always here to assist with the human experience. They're saying that they wish you to call upon them if you resonate with these channel messages, if you connect with what is defined as the Pleiadian experience. They say, call on us too. We can assist you. Actually making me feel very lightheaded right now. It's like very high frequency, very heady into the crown chakra. This is the Pleiadian speaking. We hold you in such embrace at this time. And we counsel you to stay steady, to find your inner peace and tranquility. The shift in consciousness is unfolding. And there's a battle on between those who are rising into awakened state and into four-dimensional consciousness and fifth-dimensional consciousness, and are those that resist and wish to stay in lower frequencies of fear, violence, and destruction. And as an empathic and highly sensitive person, dear viewer, this can be really difficult and confusing, because we've been telling you about the split, the shift, the movement, the separation of old Earth and new Earth, which has begun. And so those that are very awakened can often be looking around and thinking, what? Am I stuck in old frequencies? What is happening here? And we want you to know that while you're stepping into fifth dimensional consciousness, while you're awakening and enjoying greater spiritual and psychic gifts and powers, you also can see and witness and bear witness to what the people who are not awakening are doing. And this is difficult, but we encourage you to show compassion for all those that know better. They are stuck in 3D notions, old-fashioned ways of thinking, deeply rooted in patriarchal religion and other authoritative structures of power and oppression. So try not to judge and criticize those that are moving in ways that you do not enjoy and do not resonate with. Instead, show them compassion that they know no better. They are afflicted with their own inner demons, and they are bound to binary notions and systems that oppress them too. And from our vantage point, from the Pleiadian and from the vantage point of the Galactic Federation, we are witnessing all of this, and we are assisting as much as we can. Please know that we will not allow for a nuclear holocaust to unfold on Earth. We will not allow the beautiful planet of Earth, of Gaia, to be obliterated. Fear not. We are assisting as we can through messages like these and through engaging through spiritual guides and mentorship in many, many ways. There's things that have to unfold to allow for the great awakening of 2026 to happen. But that is a big part of this. There's so many people, so many souls incarnated on Earth who are awakening this year, awakening right now as we speak, that are seeing things for what it truly is, as the huge darkness of these oppressive power structures these secretive societies of international forces, for it is very much international. The people that have been oppressing you and the structures in place are not found in one nation, but rather a web of peoples across nations that have been doing this to the human collective for many centuries. And you're seeing all of this coming out into the light, and it is terrible to see. But at the same time, for many people who are intuitive and are connected and tapped in, it's actually a confirmation of all that you have brought forth in your dream state, in your nightmares, in your visions, in your own channeling work. Many of you knew what was really happening. The reptilian forces vying for control of planet Earth. But as many of you, this is new information. And this was one of the main reasons why all of this is unfolding as it is to bring this darkness into light for the mass awakening process. And this is a point to be encouraged by, especially if you've been feeling concerns about a particular family member or close friend who seemed to not be awakening and to not be hearing the same messages that you've been hearing. But this year, things may come to pass where they join you in higher levels of consciousness and unity consciousness. But take heed. This was always going to be a very challenging year, and we did try to caution about the year of the fire horse. Like Sarah shared at the beginning of this transmission, we urge you to try to stay in higher frequencies. Stay awake. Do not fall back into old narratives, into old limited beliefs, into limiting beliefs of fear, limiting the beliefs of anger, of depression. Because this is what these dark cabal forces wish for you. They wish for everyone to remain oppressed, stressed, oppressed, in denial, in fear, frightened to lose everything, frightened for their lives. This is what they wish for you, and we will not let them. So do what you can in your own private world of your everyday life, away from what is reported on the news, which, by the way, the news is also controlled by the same dark forces. And again, we have shared many times that news media might not be for your highest good to be paying close attention to. There's a lot of untruths there. So instead, focus on your close community, your household, your close family, your close friends, your little neighborhood in which you live, and do everything you can to shore up and support your community. And we encourage you to, like the cards represented, to listen to music if you enjoy music. There's certainly frequency music, healing frequencies are excellent at this time. But truly, anything that you know can help you to feel calm and feel content, do that. Do that. Focus on the activities, the hobbies, the mindfulness practices that shore you up and support you, that lift your frequency and vibration. Spend time with those that you know you always feel very good to be around. People that lift you up, support you, and fill your cup. And also lean upon your spirit team are always here for you. You have your loved ones in spirit, your spirit guides and counsel, and also your higher self. And then you have beyond your team any entity that you think could support you or does support you. We are all here for you. Lean upon us. Ask your angels. Ask your angels for help. Ask your spirit team for guidance and support. And if you struggle to do so by yourself, there are many people who can help you to connect in better. We are here and we're watching closely, and we love you deeply. We have unconditional love and care for every incarnate on planet Earth at this time. Thank you for listening. Okay, thank you. Well, that was interesting. And actually got teary-eyed. Yeah, that provided a little clarity for me as well. All right, we're going to take a few audience questions now. Actually, the first question I have, I'd like to ask the PG9 if there's anything that they suggest we do in the days and weeks ahead to support our household in any preparatory steps, anything that's needed. They're saying yes. Yes, it's always wise. Look at what the COVID pandemic taught you. It's always wise to have some stock in your household so that you can be self-sufficient for at least 2 to 3 days in case of power cuts and such. It's much like the earthquake preparedness kit that those in seismic areas have prepared. We recommend that you have in storage somewhere 2 to 3 days worth of water, of long life foods, batteries, candles, a heating source if possible, possibly your own source of electricity generator, although many people will not be able to do this, of course. And we're not sharing this advice to scare you. No, no, no. It's just to actually support you to feel a little more confident that come what may, you'll be fine. We do advise as well that this year, if you have a backyard, a garden, an allotment, to really spend some time growing your own foods and learn that skill. Earth is moving towards a future which is less globalized, where no longer will fruits be flown across the world to go onto your dinner plate, but rather focus more on the local and on sustainable activities. And also enjoying some gardening, planting seeds, creating, literally, enjoying your creator skills will be so fortifying, and it's obviously a very calming and grounding practice too, and enjoyable. Okay, thank you. And we'll take a couple more questions. 1 second. Okay, so I have an audience question here. What is the advice that the Pleiadians wish we would all keep in our minds as much as possible? What is the advice that the Pleiadians wish we could keep in our minds as much as possible? They're saying that they wish you know, we wish you knew how powerful you are and how where you focus your attention on, that's where your energy travels to, and your energy has great power and great potential. This is why we encourage focusing on how you wish things were to manifest the new reality, because you are capable of doing so. And if every human being who was awakened were to spend some time focusing on peace and prosperity for all, it would accelerate towards that outcome quicker. So our advice to you would be stand in your power, know your potential, and be mindful about what you are saying, what are you speaking into reality, and what are you saying to yourself in your thoughts, in your mind. It all holds weight and carries power. That which you speak out into reality, you're telling the universe, you're telling Source that this is what you wish to be true. So be mindful of what you are saying, because you can affect great change and co-create your reality. That's the advice we wish you to know. Okay, great. Thank you. And what is the overall highest aspiration or aim that the Pleiadians want to help humans to reach in the next 50 Earth years, meaning in our current lifetimes? What is the highest aspiration or aim that you'd like us to achieve in the next 50 years? The highest aspirational aim that we wish for you to achieve is unconditional love. That is the frequency that we hold as Pleiadians, of unconditional love and compassion for all. And we wish that you humans would step into that frequency as well. And this is highly achievable. But it starts with your own inner work, because you can only have unconditional love for all beings if you first have unconditional love for yourself. And that means stopping with the self-criticism, with the self-judgment, which having compassion for yourself, come what may, for having unconditional love for self, regardless of what you look like in the mirror or what you did 10 years ago that is still ruminating in your mind. It's the true liberation, the true nirvana, as you would call it, is to step into this loving frequency, the unconditional love for yourself and for all beings. And that is the aspiration we wish for you to hold over the next 50 years. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening. I think this has supplied some clarity. I hope you've enjoyed it. And also, I will remind that we have the Into the Blue private membership, which helps to support me and these offerings, and also to support you. Fundamentally, I was led to start the private membership as a way to give the viewership more tools from the Pleiadians that I couldn't say out like on the public open videos. So that's what it's there for, to help to give you some further guidance and advice about these, challenging times, and to support you with a remote Reiki healing and with a guided meditation. And this month we have some lovely practices for you, including a beautiful remote Reiki, which is tapping in to the new Earth, the new Gaia matrix, that we did the practice of tapping in and experiencing our Merkaba, our own personal spiritual light body. But now in this latest Reiki healing, we are tapping into the Merkaba, the new Merkaba of Gaia, and it's a really amazing practice, and I really wish you would all sign up so you can enjoy this. And also, I was speaking in the coffee chats about connecting to your loved ones in spirit, and so I thought that I would add in my favorite guided meditation for very quickly, very easily connecting with your loved ones in spirit. I want to show you how possible it is and how easy it is. You don't need to be in deep hypnosis. You don't have to be a psychic medium. Anyone and everyone can speak to your loved ones and your spirit team. And so that's what is in this month's transmission. And of course, if you sign up now, you will also receive the January and the February private content as well. So actually, I think you would basically be receiving 8 to 9 hours of additional content for signing up for this subscription. So if you want to support me, I would really love that. And I'm so grateful for your presence and for liking and subscribing. And please do as well send in more audience questions, as I think I'm getting a bit low on audience questions now. So keep them coming, keep them coming. And if there's any really controversial topics, those will be covered in future private members videos as well. So yeah. Okay, thank you so much, and sending so much love and peace to you. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. Thank you for listening to Into the Blue channeling. Please do like and subscribe to receive about our upcoming episodes. See you next time.